morning, boys and girls. My name is Harley from the Emerald Coast Science Center, and today we are going to be doing a fun little lesson and activity for Earth Day. It's going to consist of a couple ones, but the first thing I wanted to start off with was I wanted to talk a little bit about pollinators. So pollinators are super important for our Earth. So most of our fruit, vegetables, and seeds are all pollinated by animals. So start thinking about what do you guys think are some good pollinators that we have here? Any ideas? So pollinators can be bats, they can be birds, and they can also be insects. So the main insect that I want to talk about today are some bees. The first thing I want to talk about are our honeybees. So right here I have a fun little thing of the life cycle of a honeybee. So you guys can kind of see it right here. It's a little hard to see. Let's see if I can get it nice and flat for you guys right here. So you can kind of see a cool little depiction. These are also real things, the life cycle of a honeybee. So the life cycle starts off with the egg right over here. Then it goes into a larva, and then it becomes a little bit bigger larva. Then it will come a pupa, which is kind of a hard casing. Then it will probably shell another pupa casing as well, and then it will become an adult. So right over here is our adult. So it'll be about an egg for 0 to 3 days, a larva about 4 to 10, pupa about 11 to 20, and then a new adult, you'll see one around day 21. So there can be a bunch of different types of honeybees. There can be forager bees, nurse bees, queen bees, all those different types of bees. So those are some honeybees, and they're super duper important for us. But the craft that I want to do today is actually going to be focusing on solitary bees. So solitary bees are bees that live by themselves. And because they do that, they don't really have a lot of help to build a house or anything like that to live in. So we are going to be making a little bee hotel. So you can do these with a lot of different materials, anything like that. You can use a old tin can, you can use an old 2-liter bottle, anything that is going to be nice and round so that you can put either paper straws in so that the bees can go in and live inside of them, or little bamboo sticks, or just sticks in general. So today I'm actually going to be using toilet paper roll like this. I'm going to probably cut it in half, and then I'm also going to be using paper straws because I got those from the center as well. So I'm going to be making a little tiny bee hotel. You can make these as big as you want. You can make these as elaborate as you want, however you feel need, but I'm gonna make mine pretty simple. So you're gonna want to, because mine is already open on this side, it's nice and easy. You can close off one end if you choose to, or you can leave them both open on either side. It's whatever you really want to. You could also make these out of like an old birdhouse or anything like that. So whenever we make this, you will want to punch holes into the top so that you can hang it somewhere. You want to hang it in full sun, and you want it to be facing a south or southeast area. So we're going to go ahead and get started making this. Alrighty, so now we can go ahead and start building our bee house. So I've already pre-cut a bunch of these little paper straws that I have. I think this may be enough for me, but we will see. So now that there's just an area for those solitary bees to go into and lay their eggs or live in and make a nest, store pollen in there for the next bee to maybe go in and take to another plant so that they can pollinate that one as well. So the things you're going to need for this are any sort of rope or string so that you can hang your thing. You can hang it on trees, or you can, like, if you make it really secure, almost like out of a birdhouse, then you can kind of pin it to that part of the wall as well. So I have this plate just in case I'm going to try something new because I've made one of these before and see about doing a more of a house structure shape. So this is just in case I'm interested in doing it. And as you notice, these are all things that I found just lying around my house. Well, these guys I got from the center because we went and picked up some things from there. But these are all some things that you can get lying around your house. So some toilet paper rolls. We all have toilet paper, I know that. And then some straws, or like I said, you can use sticks, go outside and make it more natural looking. So all of these things are recyclable, and I am recycling them, or like I want to call it as well, as upcycling. So I'm upcycling all these to turn them into a bee house. So first I'm going to cut this because I don't want it to be as long. So I'm gonna get it nice and flat, cut it right about there. Put that aside. Then what I'm gonna do next so that I can hang it is I'm going to stick my hole puncher in here, put about 2 holes in there so that I can hang my string with it. So I also have my hot glue gun over here, but you are welcome to use Elmer's glue, anything like that. Glue stick doesn't really work out too well, but hot glue gun works well, and so does Elmer's glue. And once it dries, it's not going to be toxic to any of the animals either. So get all these nice and flat. So the first thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and just put a nice little layer. Again, please do this with your parents if it's going to be too hot or anything like that. Put a nice little layer on the inside like that. Set it over here and then just lay a couple down. Boop. See, got my first layer down just like that. So I would do layer by layer, make them nice and stick, and then do another coat again like this over top of those. Let's see if you guys can see that. Yep, see how I did a nice little layer over that, and then lay another row down again. They don't have to be perfectly lined up with each other, but they can be pretty darn close, however you feel necessary. Okay, and then I'm gonna keep doing this again, and then I will be back with you guys in just a little bit so you guys can see how I am. So you can go ahead and pause it however you feel need to go get materials and things like that. But this is the basis of it. So do layer by layer, glue another layer, things like that. Alrighty. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, I've gotten pretty close to the top. So there's my holes right here so I can put the string in to hang it. So I'm right here close to the top. So I paused so that I could cut some string and tie it in there. Let's go ahead and get some string out. That's probably long enough. And you can cut it as you feel need. So I'm gonna just loop it through right here. Stick it through the top, pull it under. And then also do the same thing right here, stick it through the top, pull it under, and then you can have it like that. Then you can scoop it around like this, do a nice little knot. Just want to remind you guys to be careful with the hot glue gun or whatever glue you decide to use, because I burnt myself a couple times, so you guys might as well. So now that I have it nice and tied, then I can finish filling that up right there. So these last few get a little hard. So I kind of just like to stick it as close as I can in there. Then hopefully get as much up there as I can. You want to make sure they're nice and tightly snug in there. Oh, let's pop that one out so the little bees can get in there. Mine's almost full, I think. Let's see if I can get one more in there. I don't think I can. Alrighty, it looks like mine is almost done. So what I'm gonna try and do now, so you guys can leave it like this, decorate the outside of your house however you want, and then you can hang it up like so on a tree or anything like that. So these are super duper important for these bees because it helps them have a new place to live. So a lot of the bees, they have a lot of our bee population has been declining because of use of pesticides, intensive farming, and climate change. So with these, we're hoping to, if people build enough of them, or you can do them even fancier so you can have more bees come in here, hoping to increase that population again, create more bee-friendly spaces where they can live. They're not harmful at all. They're not aggressive. These solitary bees, they're called like leaf cutters, mason bees, things like that. They're not aggressive at all. So they're just trying to have a nice place to live, and they're trying to help pollinate our fruits and vegetables and plants and flowering wildflowers and things like that, so that we have a nice place to live. So you can hang them just like this, decorate it, or you can put a back on it, put a little house on it, however you feel. So I'm actually gonna see if I can do a little house. So let's see if I can make a little like top for it. Let's see. Let's see what I can do. I think that could work. Half like that. And maybe we can just sit it on the top like that. Oh, what do you guys think? Make a nice little house? Let's try that. Bend it up, give them a nice little place to live. Stay. Oh, I like that a lot. Kind of looks like an airplane a little bit, but you know, that. Alrighty, so the last video cut off a little bit, so I wanted to show you guys the end of the bee house. Here it is right here. I started drawing little shingles on it, like I said, so you can decorate it however you want. This is my little bee house for those solitary bees, are a very, very important pollinators. So the next thing I want to do is a fun little experiment, and we are going to be creating a pollution catcher. So you need a paper plate, a hole puncher again, same yarn, and some Vaseline, but I didn't have any, so I'm assuming Carmex will work. So we're gonna try this. So this is just gonna be a fun experiment so that we can figure out what's in our air. So a lot of what's in our air is called pollutants. They're little black particles called pollutants. You may see them whenever your parents take out the air filter that's in your house, and it is crazy how dirty it is. So all that air that's coming through your air conditioner, and then it gets caught by that dirt, so it doesn't come into our house. But that when we're outside, we breathe that air. So this experiment is gonna see what pollutants are in our air. So you can hang it up outside, inside, by your window, however you feel. So the first thing we're gonna do is pretty simple. We're going to make 2 hole punches right here at the top. 1 and 2, that works. Cut some string again. This one's very similar to our other one, so you could probably do these all together if you'd like to. Cut some string. And then tie it up like so. So you can spread the holes out if you'd like to a little bit, but you don't have to, you know. It's up to you. So we're gonna do this so we can see how dirty our air is and our environment. So on one side of this, I am going to draw our earth or our water or fish, whatever, our nice clean planet. Over here we have our water. So we're not going to be trying to catch pollutants on this side because we want to try and protect our earth. So here's my little dolphin, fin, little fish. I'm not an artist, so there we go. There's our nice side. And then on the other side, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting on this Carmex or Vaseline so that we can catch our pollutants. So this can kind of get a little gross, but you're gonna wanna try and put as much of this on here. So I'm gonna use up all my Carmex, I guess. Got 2 of them, so it's okay. And you're gonna rub it all over the plate. You want it everywhere, all over this entire plate. It smells really nice. Trying to keep our air clean. So if you're building this, you're gonna help clean our air a little bit. So we're gonna catch those pollutants. So it looks like I'm gonna need the other one. Alrighty. There we go. Rub it all over it. And try and get it on the edges as well. Woof. tickling my nose. A strong smell. Alrighty, and we are done. That is our pollution catcher. So you're gonna hang it up outside and then come back about 2 weeks or a month later and see what you found. So, you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna see those little black pollutants come back when you see. So you can get a magnifying glass or anything like that to come and look a little bit closer. So this is gonna help clean our earth. And if you wanna make a couple of them, you can even do that. Hang them in different spots. See which part of your house or outside gets more pollutants, anything like that. So let me know what you guys discover. But other than that, let me take you down so I can say goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I lost some storage, so I had to delete a bunch, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys continue to watch our videos, and happy Earth Day.